Good morning, geeks and gamers. It's Jeremy coming to you with another video, and today I am joined by Drunk 3PO, the man, the myth, the legend, rocking his Meta PC shirt, because you can go to Meta PCs right now and use the promo code 199 and get yourself a Meta PC. Hello, Jay. How are you?
That intro's so happy. It's so not us.
Well, it's because Ryan's not here.
It's a cute little piano playing, you know.
Yeah.
Wake up this morning, get your coffee. It's time for Geeks and Gamers Daily. Hey, my coffee's in the other room. Darn it! All I've got is my breakfast.
That was such a true statement right there.
Can we please make that a song, please?
It's like diarrhea. I'm drinking this.
Looks like hot caca.
Hey, I'm trying, man. I'm trying to change my ways. So.
What do you mean?
I'm trying to eat healthy and look
healthy,
more glowy, and lose some COVID weight is what I call it.
COVID
years
weight.
ago.
Yeah, that's a new intro song. Stone Cold's Beer Cooler. We got a new intro song now. So Jay, you got to recreate that one.
Oh my! I don't even know what I said.
Make it like an 80s sitcom intro. So I'm okay with that. So, but I'm tired.
Jay's musical needs to be permanent. Was it really that cringe? That
no, it was good.
Yeah. I figured
it was good.
Yeah. So we basically are tired. So Jay tapped out early.
I'm sleepy.
And let's see. Like these weirdos just keep I'm gonna keep banning your fucking gay accounts. You're gonna keep coming in here. All right. Yeah, no, we had to ban this spammer, and so this person is such a loser. In between masturbating to their own tears, they create a new account to get banned all over again. So you can come talk shit though. Just when you start spamming, you're done. You're done.
Get the fuck out.
It's over. It's over. Okay.
Beardo says that.
It's over. It's over.
Freaking love it.
But speaking of Beardo, we have Fear the Beardo here. What up, bro?
Nothing much, man. Yeah, rocking on about 4 hours of sleep right now because we did have a pretty hefty Fortnite stream last night.
Yeah,
there was a few clutch dubs. That new gun is absolutely amazing. We'll see how long that lasts, but yeah. Other than that, I got my coffee. Good morning, Geeks and Gamers. Let's go.
Good morning. Good morning, Geeks and Gamers. I will say right now, since I've been playing Fortnite, is the most balanced the game has ever been in terms of the weapons, in terms of the maneuverability. It's the most balanced it has been for me. So what would you say, Beardo and Jay, as two people that's played it longer than me?
I think as long as the no build has been in the game, this is probably the most balanced it's ever been. I always considered no build more competitive than build mode once they launched it. And I'm really liking what they're doing right now. I think the only thing I would maybe change is you keep one of the animals that you can mount and ride, like maybe the dinosaurs, if that's going to be their
show,
thing.
Man, is this the Fortnite show?
Yes. If that's going to be your thing this season is the dinosaurs, then take out the fucking wolves and take out the pigs.
Jay has never watched this fucking show, apparently. Like, for the first 5 or 10 minutes, we just kind of waste time giving people time to get in here.
Sounds like he's just trying to wake up, man.
You know? And then Jay's like, "Oh, I've never
get your salts and run downstairs and stick it in Jeremy's nose."
I've tried, man.
I was wondering where that was going, and I was pretty. Yeah, I don't do anything that alters my state of mind. Okay,
it doesn't.
I just don't.
It doesn't. Just gives you a little.
Just opens up the breathing.
No, it just opens up the airways. It opens up the airways. That's all it does.
Or you can just blow your nose.
It doesn't have the same kick. Just something about the sting.
We got
Fortnite is
now we're gonna make it the fucking Fortnite show.
It's a crazy thing.
Now
it's gonna be good, then it's gonna be bad.
Jay has a point.
It's going to be bad.
Jay has a point, and I think Epic Games does this on purpose. They go through cycles of the game being awesome, and then they introduce something in it to purposely kind of piss people off. And then they'll have that in the game for a few weeks. They'll let people bitch about it on Twitter. People get all angry, and then when they take it out, all the people start flooding back and saying how great Fortnite is again. It's a constant vicious cycle, and Epic, they know what they're doing.
It's a good move. It's a good move. We got TJ gifting 10 Geeks and Gamers memberships.
Let's go.
Thank you, TJ. Appreciate that. Steel Leg of History for $4.99. I just bought your plushie, Jeremy. My niece wanted it. I'll get the other 3 tomorrow. I hope you all had a chance to see that meme. I tagged you on. Be blessed. Thank you, Steel Leg of History. That's awesome. I got your tweet on that too. I liked it. I appreciate it. Jay Salty Taint says Deliverance. Yeah, Deliverance. I just randomly brought Deliverance up for no reason whatsoever the other day. Mrs. Cannoli Sasquatch for a member message. Just wanted to say hello, dudes. Looking good. Thank you, Miss Cannoli Sasquatch. We appreciate you. Joe Bob Purdue. Doesn't Beardo look like a member of ZZ Top?
Good one.
I like it.
I've never heard that one before.
Rolling new for $1.99. Make Jay singing that new intro.
I forgot what I said.
You got to do it, Jay. The pressure is on. The pressure is on, Jay. Optimus Monkey, Hail Drunk 3PO, Beardo, and Jeremy, and the 199. Hail. Thank you. Rogues Gallery Wing Nut becomes a new member. Thank you. Blue Shell. I'll happily be part of the 199 cult. Hell yeah, you will be. And we like it that way. Jay's Gaping Butthole.
Hey.
Damn it. I wanted
that this week.
Damn it. I wanted to call Ryan a gamer word before alcohol rehab. Jay works kinda. Love you, bro. You're the best. Beardo and Jeremy gay.
This could be my last stream though, because I said something about the Clintons on Twitter, and it's it's not looking good for me.
Ooh, that's not good. That's not good, Jay.
Just declare right now you're not suicidal.
Yeah, everyone's saying that, and I just kind of peeked. Oh, yeah, it might have been a mistake. I can't delete it now.
Yeah, you're pretty big trouble now, buddy. So
well, PETA put out a picture. You know how PETA is basically a troll. They put out like these horrific pictures of like a cartoon cow eating like a baby, saying, if this is uncomfortable, then why are we doing it? And I wrote, don't the Clintons eat like this? And I didn't think it would. It's just a joke. Now everybody's like, they're like, Jay, you're gonna die. I hate what they're coming after you. It's pretty brutal.
It's over for Jay, ladies and gentlemen.
I know. They're like, I'm on the list. I was like, geez.
Cole Hauser for 5 says, Hail 199. Hey, Jeremy, did you see Primetime 99 in New York City Council was amazing. Alex is the best. Ryan has missed. When are you doing Contra 199? Yo, Joe. I got to look into it, but I definitely mentioned doing a Contra stream, man, because Contra's goated. Contra is goated. I really want to do that. Taker says, can we get the Deliverance going on these streams? Dragon Dan, Brother Jeremy, I don't think we're in a cult. What do you say, Brother Jay and Brother Beardo? Missed Sister Krista on Tuesday night's main event. No, the cult mentality, like, again, I literally just told this weirdo they could stay in the chat and criticize us the entire stream if they want. You just can't spam. That's really all it comes down to. Just don't spam. You know, when you start spamming, then you're a problem, and we don't deal with that. But yeah, you're welcome to have whatever opinion you want within the chat. Shaker Maker, I challenge Jeremy to a Contra race. No 30-man cheat. Shaker Maker's probably really good at it too. Alec Baldwin's finger for $10. Clinton, huh? Well, see you later. Alec Baldwin's finger. He don't miss, ladies and gentlemen. He don't miss. And guess who else doesn't miss? Kathleen Kennedy. She doesn't miss any opportunity to fuck up George Lucas's creation. And we have the latest problem with Kathleen Kennedy and Disney Star Wars right here over on Bounding Into Comics. Here it is. Kathleen Kennedy says new films will move Star Wars past George Lucas' original vision, will introduce new characters, and start with something fresh. Isn't that what they tried to do with the sequel trilogy?
Yes.
That's literally what they tried to do in the sequel trilogy. And now here we are again with this nonsense.
This is what they tried to do with Galaxy's Edge in the theme parks. Kathleen Kennedy, and it's documented by the workers there. They were on a podcast. If you haven't heard it, it's everywhere. Basically, they were making, excuse me, a Star Wars theme park with all three sequels, sequel trilogy, or all three trilogies. Excuse me, the original, and it was going to be Tatooine, and there was a little bit of everything, prequels, original, which is exactly what it should have been. So because everyone can find their, favorite. I'm a prequel person. I'm going to hang out over here. I'm an original. But no, Kathleen Kennedy literally, they said in the meeting, she came in, and this is why it took, if you don't remember, it took an extra 8 months to do than originally planned, because she came in and changed it. She's like, we're going to push it forward and get away from George Lucas and do our own stuff. They built the Star Cruiser out of stuff that wasn't George Lucas related. And look at that disaster. And Disney actually made a statement about the Star Cruiser yesterday, saying that they said, what are you going to do with it? And they're like, we'll probably do something. That was their only answer. So I just think that it's going to get bulldozed. And they'll just scrap. They'll take all the screenings and everything out and put it somewhere else, and they'll just bulldoze it and take a tax break on the whole thing. But yeah, you're absolutely right, Jeremy. This is what she's been trying to do, and it's working out great for you. It's working out great for you.
Yeah, Beardo, are you excited for this to move past George Lucas's vision, considering I guess we've never done that?
Yeah, I'm super excited. Rey is the absolute best. She's my favorite. Obviously, Finn and Poe, more iconic than Han Solo and Luke Skywalker for sure. No, this fucking sucks, and this is just regurgitation of exactly what they said the sequel trilogy was going to be, and now what? It's just going to be more shit that we do not care about.
Yeah, I expect this to fully fail, just like the Galaxy's Edge and the Star Cruiser. And yeah, I think that Jay's got a great point about that, because again, Galaxy's Edge and a failed Star Cruiser, that kind of shows you like the level of interest of Star Wars, because it's not just about the movies with them. Like, their whole point was that they wanted to create this new Star Wars universe so that they could motivate people to go to the parks, to go vacation,
spend their money,
embrace all of these characters. And the failure of the Star Wars Galactic Star Cruiser is such an indictment of Disney Star Wars vision and what they've done, because everybody in this audience knows that, everybody that's watching this knows this, that if you do Star Wars the right way, you wouldn't be able to keep people out of a Star Wars theme park. You wouldn't be able to keep people out of a Star Wars hotel if you did it the right way. And they have screwed this up so much. So for her to sit here and bring this up and start thinking about how we're going to move past George Lucas's vision is insanity. But this is more of the same. Go ahead, Jay.
Yep.
We shared a little bit of this last night. I don't know if you want to share this again. But Beardo, let me introduce you to the past George Lucas characters that are up and coming in Star Wars. This one right here is Geode. This is a rock that is a co-pilot that in the stories actually flirts with women. He has no hands, has no feet. The rock in the story just magically shows up. This person here that looks like Matthew McConaughey, right? He's a pilot. And listen, they went all out for this one, of a brand new ship that's going to conquer Lego and everything else. They gave it the greatest name ever. It's called The Vessel.
Whoa!
Yeah. The creativity is dripping like tartar sauce on a fish fillet sandwich from McDonald's.
Dripping.
They also advertised this pilot, the guy that looks like Matthew McConaughey, as asexual. Buy our book, because he's the first asexual character in Star Wars.
That'll get him to buy it.
This doughy looking person here.
Yeah, I like how they made her fat.
Yeah. This
She's
is the
fatty.
first, other than Jabba the Hutt, one of the first heavyweights to grace style. These are actual characters, everyone. I wish this was a joke.
No, this is like, this puts it in perspective right here. You have a gay white guy, a fat black woman, and a fucking rock. That's Disney
Well,
Star Wars.
to be fair, she's probably the third heavyweight person because we did get Lizzo in Mandalorian.
Oh, God,
I'm just saying,
that's
how
true.
in the heck do you put what you have lost all creativity when you're like, we need a co-pilot for the ship. What should she? How about a rock? That's cool.
Well,
Everybody will buy that. Where's the merchandise, man? That's an easy one. You put a rock in a.
This is about as bad as the one thing that we reacted to on your channel a long time ago, with the mechanic with no fucking arms, a giant penis.
Claude.
Do you have that? Do you have that? Do you have that clip
from us? Like, I have to go dig it up. But
oh my God!
Like it screams creativity because that rock is named Geode, and that's literally
Pokemon.
Similar to the Pokemon Geodude, who is a fucking rock.
So moving away from George Lucas, we shared this last night. Let's look at the sales of the recent books that are moved away from George Lucas. This book sold not even 3,000 copies. This book only sold almost 6,000, right? 11,000. And just to give you a little perspective, the EU books were selling in the millions. So
yes.
So we went from millions of sales to not even 3,000. You know,
a Ray-centric movie. A Ray-centric movie is what we are getting. I want everybody to understand how bad that is. Like, this is going to be, again, as Indiana Jones, gets ready to release. We're seeing the horrifically terrible box office returns on that. There's no interest for a Ray movie. Now, will some people go see it? Will it make, I don't know. Will it have an Indiana Jones 5 opening weekend? Potentially. That is not that's not good for a Star Wars movie. And all the fans had nothing but goodwill for Daisy Ridley when she was cast. All the fans wanted the best. All the fans were looking forward to it. This nonsense about sexism and racism is so stupid. All the fans embraced Daisy Ridley. They embraced John Boyega. They embraced Oscar Isaac. They embraced them. They looked at them and said, okay, this is going to be the new trio moving forward. We're going to be able to say goodbye. We're going to kind of reconnect with our old characters, and then be able to say goodbye to them, and then we can embrace these new characters. Almost all fans were like behind that idea when it was announced, and then the movies came out, and then the creative visions were not good, and the backlash started to happen. And of course the backlash would have been just regular, just, hey, you know what, we're unhappy, we're going to complain. But they decided to do something that we haven't really seen a major studio do. They decided to blame the fans for the criticism. They decided to call the fans racist and sexist. That's what they decided to do. So when you move down that road, that's where we have ended up in this place, and we have never gotten out of it. Go ahead, Beardo.
It's just the fact that Kathleen Kennedy let each director dictate where the story was going to branch off. Like, I know J.J. Abrams is incompetent, but if he did have control of all three movies, I don't think it would have been as terrible as it is. But Rian Johnson severely fucked it up in Last Jedi, and after then it was just done. It was done. And Kathleen Kennedy having her hands in the cookie jar the entire time, just mixing shit up, was also damaging, like severely damaging to it. And I think another wrong turn they did was, dude, they hyped up Finn, man. They hyped up Finn to be this fucking badass Jedi. And that was like every single trailer, every single poster for Force Awakens was Finn with the lightsaber. Finn was going to take on Kylo Ren and the Knights of Ren. When, we saw what happened to the Knights of Ren too, that they were supposed to be badasses. And they just said, nope, Finn isn't the main character. We're going with Rey. She's the only Jedi. Like, we're not allowed to have two Jedi like we did in the prequels with Anakin and Obi-Wan. Nope, just one Jedi.
It's insane. It really is. And so that's where we are now. That's where we are with Disney Star Wars. We're moving past George Lucas's vision, everybody, because we totally honored that in the sequel trilogy. So now it's time to move past it. Kathleen Kennedy Star Wars in a nutshell. Just revisionist history over and over again. I'm sure the Rey movie will be the first time a woman's ever been in the movie too. So we'll go with that narrative whenever we start ramping up marketing on this film. What a disaster. Over on Rumble, Chevy Levi What are your thoughts on Superman and Lois on CW? My wife made me watch it, and I was expecting cringy lefty BS. All straight relationships and no garbage from what I saw. I've seen the first season and I loved it. I need to catch up on it, but yes, I loved Superman and Lois from what I've seen. Have you guys seen Superman and Lois?
I have not, but I've heard great things about it.
I used to be a fan of the CW Arrowverse, and then I kind of moved away from it, but I do hear that Superman and Lois is pretty damn good. So I might give it a watch once the entire series is wrapped up. I might binge it.
Hell yeah.
I have the video.
Sir Neoff Strife for 50. Hail Geeks and Gamers crew. So apparently Activision Blizzard once again panders to a certain alphabet mafia by banning a streamer on Overwatch League for a small joke calling someone an animal. But hey, we can't have PvE content in Overwatch like promised. Do we know what the streamer's name is? I want to know. I'm sure has Dexerto talked about this?
I haven't seen this story.
Yeah, so do we know who the streamer is?
I'm not surprised.
Yeah, and I'm so tired of that as well. And thank you for the 50. Yeah, it's just nonsense, man. I'm so tired of the fake offended crowd and all of that. Gamers talk shit. Gamers call each other names. That is what gaming is all about. That is what we do. Beardo, me, and Jay are friends. We play video games. You know what we do? We call each other names.
Talk shit.
A lot of names.
Fuck themselves.
That is what we do. That is gaming culture. It's never meant to be serious. It's never meant to be literal. It's never meant to go beyond the game. You just talk shit. That's what we do. My God, man.
There's such thing as a mute button. You don't have to talk to these people. You can just mute them or mute yourself.
Hey, you have to be a psychopath to go in game chat. I mean, holy shit. Yeah. You have to be, even me.
It doesn't matter. If I say something in an open game chat on Call of Duty, I'm going to get called a slur.
Yes.
It's just how it is.
Yes. Like I said, man, like I've talked about this many times, and if, I do want to see if we can get that story. I'd like to talk about it. But this right here, like this is the exact definition of what you do when you go into a game chat lobby. Okay, this is it. When you get ready to go and get game chat lobby, this is it right here. You suit up and you prepare for that shit, man. You're like, I gotta get mentally prepared because I'm gonna get called a lot of names. A lot of people have slept with my mom, and pretty much anything that I say will be used against me and made fun of. My accent will be made fun of. Everything, and even if I do good in the game. Again, what's the number one rule in any game?
Don't suck.
If you kill somebody,
they're a bitch.
If they kill you, they're a bitch.
Yeah,
There's no escaping it, man.
Dude, I remember like logging on to the SOCOM lobbies back in PlayStation, and I was hearing words I've never heard before. I was like, "What did you call me? Is that a good thing? Like, what is that?" Bro, like, we got a retard in here, everyone. Keep it up. I'm like, oh man, here we go.
Oh, he's sensitive. Oh, look, he's a sensitive little bitch.
Yeah, I know. It's like, no, I'm just asking what you called me. Why don't you ask your mom? You beep 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 beep. It's like
the worst is like actually being in school. Like in middle school, Modern Warfare 2 comes out. You get roasted by all your friends online, and then the thing is, you have to go to school and face them the next day.
That's how it is, man.
That's how it is,
That's
man.
life.
So, yeah, I'd like to know more about that story, and we'll have to see if we can find some information on that. Let's see. Jay better have security on that trip to Arkansas. Let's see. Jay, don't worry. I did a deep dive into Bilderbergs and the Clinton body count on my channel, Sleazy Society. Just make sure your plates are level.
Oh my, you guys are scaring me.
Feardo, have you considered makeup? Bad sunburn.
It's a tan, okay?
PETA is J&A's.
Yeah.
See you sober at Matsuri. Seriously, love you all. And a month without might suck, but will get back in it. F you, Ryan. Always happy
sorry,
for
I will not be at Matsuri.
Yeah, G&G will not be at Matsuri, unfortunately, this year.
Sorry.
Sorry about that. I know, but there's gonna be a lot of people there, so it's gonna be a lot of fun. Let's see. Have you have anyone covering Pokemon? So you have Beardo here, who's the 9-time Pokemon League champion.
You're damn right.
So OMG, how do you say that? Niantic.
Niantic is a POS, and the Pokemon Go community is in complete shambles right now.
So I'm assuming they're talking about Niantic changing some of the rules on. So Pokemon Go, the whole point was you had to go out and branch out and go out walking and get exercise. So go out to these stations to do raids with people to catch certain Pokemon. But when COVID happened, they offered these like raid tickets, so you can stay remote in your own house and you can earn through playthrough or pay actual money to get these raid tickets, so you didn't have to leave because we were locked down. So they made it easier for people to get rare Pokemon and stuff, and they kept it. They kept it all these years. They kept it, and it was kind of never what it was supposed to be, because Pokemon Go was like, go out and go touch grass and catch Pokemon with other people that are playing this game. So they're stepping back from it. They're limiting people to it, and I think eventually they're going to fully cut it off. So I think that's what you're talking about. But yeah, I mean, the only people freaking out about them doing this are probably, land whales sitting on their couch who are too lazy to leave their fucking house. So I don't see a problem with it.
There you go. And we do have an update on it. Sir Neoff says, I typed Overwatch caster banned on Google, and it's the first story that popped up. It happened over this weekend. It's on a Dexerto article. Apparently, it was a Saudi Arabian streamer. Yes, I have that story right now. So thank you for the tip. And here we are over on Dexerto. It says Saudi Arabian Overwatch 2 streamer banned after insulting. There it is right there. Trans World Cup caster. You can't, the protected class. That's what it comes down to. So I will be very careful in this topic, because YouTube has made it clear that where they stand, and this is the protected class. So we want to be treated equal. We want to be accepted. We want to have our rights, yada yada yada. And you get treated like literally every other fucking person that plays a video game, and yet you get banned. So then when you get treated differently, then you complain because you're being treated differently. And this is why you get treated differently, because there's a different set of rules. And that's really what this comes down to. Jesus. It says right here, let me find the exact. The statement did not directly mention who the co-streamer was. However, based on the very public backlash over the past 24 hours, it appears it is indeed a reference to Legendary, a player for Triple Esports, and a live LOL, a player on Onyx Ravens. Both were explicitly seen calling. So let's just eliminate the identity of the person, and said that a gamer called another person an animal and a pig during a co-stream of qualifiers. I'm not sure if you're new to gaming. That's about the most chill insult I've ever heard on a gaming stream. That's the most chill insult I've ever heard. And it's nonsense. But ultimately, what this comes down to, and the bottom line is this: if you are going to, if we as gamers, and I mean the professionals and all these other weirdos that want to sit there and preach about this shit, when all reality, we know most of them don't buy into it. Most of them know it's bullshit. If you're going to continue and walk the corporate line, this is what's going to happen. It just is. It is what it is. You know why I don't get invited to shit like this? Because I'm not going to sit there and do their talking points. I'm not going to sit there and walk their corporate bullshit line. I'm like, no, this is fucking retarded. Trump 2024, motherfucker. What are you going to do about it? These guys don't have the balls to do that. These guys don't have the balls to stand up to it. So as long as you're not going to have the balls to stand up to it, they're going to continue to treat you like this. So at the end of the day, we have to man up, and we just have to not apologize for our opinions, but also quit walking this corporate virtue signal line. It's bullshit. Quit apologizing for your opinions. Quit being scared of having opinions that'll go against the mainstream, because at the end of the day, XQC, who's not a mainstream guy, who has very controversial opinions, just got a $100 million contract. All right? Quit apologizing. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. But that is it's ridiculous, man. And but thank you for that story. Greatly appreciated. Yeah, Arab white supremacist. Yeah, that's gonna be the like what? What? Oh my god.
I think what will happen is, of course, this isn't, people will, if they're gonna get kicked off or banned or anything from like saying like things like that or something, they will, at least here in America, they'll just there's so many opportunities to stream stuff, and not have to worry about being kicked off platforms or anything like that. That it's like you said, people getting $100 million contract for 2 years. Just, I don't know if you've watched any of his streams. He just literally turns the camera on and just talks about stuff.
That's all he does.
Like there's nothing to it. One time he put on a television show.
Yeah. He was watching The Dark Knight.
Yeah, and he just talked about it. Like that. That ought to tell you how low entertainment is right now. When people would rather watch 50, 60, 70,000 people would watch someone watch a TV show and just say, I don't like that. That actor's kind of weird. I don't understand that line. And you're just kind of like, man, and yet $100 million later, that's what they're paying him to do, So it's just like, that is wild to me. And they even said, like, Kick even said, you're not exclusive here. You can still stream on other platforms. It's like, it's like, holy crap. And speaking of Kick today, like a clip's going around saying that they do not want to get rid of, they have no plans.
Yeah, that was from a few days ago. Jake Lucky or Jake Sucky did he interviewed the Twitch CEO, and shortly after he interviewed the Kick CEO, and literally night and day. Twitch CEO was very corporate, walked a fine line, where the Kick CEO just laid it all out on the table. And he said himself that in about 3 to 5 years, he sees Kick being a very viable competitor against Twitch. I think that could be sooner, but he said he put the timetable 3 to 5 years. But they're not touching that 95.5. He goes, that's been our model. That's been what we're standing by, and we're not changing it.
95.5 is an insane cut. And what they did with XQC in terms of not making it an exclusive contract is easily the best move possible. And it also shows confidence in your platform moving forward. Because what Mixer did with Shroud and Ninja is they signed Shroud and Ninja to an exclusivity deal. It's like they only stream there. So Ninja being the most followed Twitch streamer on the platform, and he had like, I don't know, he's got tens of millions of subs on YouTube probably. But for him to not be able to advertise where he's going to be moving forward is huge. It was a huge misstep. And of course, Mixer folded in no time at all. And so Kick being very responsible about that, going, no, we want all these guys to remain on their other platforms to continue to promote Kick. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So here's a quote. Here's a quote here.
One thing that should definitely never be touched is the sub split. The sub split is something which we are, we consider to be almost donations, right? You receive a donation from your community, you receive subs from your community for making great content. And the whole concept of kind of dipping into that sub split, our idea behind it is that's kind of unfair, right? We don't think that a platform, just a platform that simply curates other people's content deserves a right to kind of take a split of people's revenue from donations, right? Donations are not something you should be taking money from. Obviously, media in general, it can be monetized in so many other ways, right? Traditional media has been getting monetized very, very effectively for, many years now. And the whole concept of suddenly dipping into subscriptions is something which I believe is, pretty much only known across the live streaming space. So, we take a strong stance that that's not required. At the moment for Kick, we're definitely looking more towards advertising down the line as being the primary sort of business model.
So advertisements, coming down the line.
And they also said in that same interview, so Stake is the name of the gambling company that like they are funded by. That's what a lot of the streamers have exclusive deals on Kick to stream the Stake gambling sites. He said that when they do roll out advertisements, you will not see Stake gambling advertised on anybody's channel. that stake will only be pushed by the people who choose to speak about it on their channel themselves, who are playing the game. That you won't see any kind of online gambling advertisements on streamers' streams, even though that they are backed and funded by stake, which is I think that's a huge win.
Yeah, and I've got the link to the Kick channel for Geeks and Gamers right there. It's the pinned post. So if you guys want to go over there and follow us, and you can find the rest of the crew there as well. I love the platform. They obviously have some work to do, and especially with their app, definitely have some work to do. But I love what they're doing, man. I love what Kick is doing. So. Yep. And it's just fun. It's fun to be over there. It's fun to be over there and know you can just be yourself and talk some shit and have some fun. I mean, they're going to have some content moderation. Any platform has to have that. You know what I mean? That's understandable. But with Twitch, I've always felt like I was walking on eggshells over there. You know, I couldn't just actually say what I want to say. I mean, I had Cobra Cast on my D-Day Cobra Kick account the other day. We had Tuesday night's main event last night. That's something I would have never done on Twitch. I would have never ever had those on Twitch because of Twitch and their rules. So pretty cool stuff for sure.
Yep.
All right, Rogues Gallery Wingnut becomes a member. Thank you. Let's see. That's supposed to be a guy next to the pilot. Talking about the High Republic stuff. Wait, no. That was supposed to be a guy?
The Matthew McConaughey.
Yeah, he is a guy.
No. I think they're talking about the black chick.
Maybe.
Listen, at this point,
he's talking about the okay. The pilot's geode, right? Yeah.
The geode is the co-pilot.
Okay, yeah. What the fuck? Fucking stuff. Disney Star Wars is trash, anymore? Man. Disney Star Wars is trash. Kathy is blaming her failures on George's vision. Yep. She's
Crazy.
Good at that too. I remember when calling someone an animal was a compliment. If someone had a really good game and racked up a lot of games, you'd say they were an animal out there. What the hell have we become? Exactly.
This is a fact.
Like a beast. True. Like, oh, he's a beast. Well,
dude, you're a fucking animal. Like,
yeah.
Like, yes, it was a positive thing, man.
Dude, we've fallen so far. We've fallen so far. It's crazy. It really is wild how bad things have gotten. Let's see. With writing like that, how is Star Wars dead? How can that big rock fly a ship? Don't even see any arms. Welcome to Disney Star Wars.
The power of love, baby.
Welcome to Disney Star Wars. Jeremy's non-existent eyebrow says, I haven't been to a theater in over a decade. I'm not a fan of most franchises. I'm a fan of the laughs Geeks Gamers provides and how passionate the 199 are. Hail the Legion of Memers. Hell yes, that is awesome. Thank you. Steel leg of history. I'll be banned for how many times I threatened to throw my leg at my friends in chat. It weighs 5 pounds. Be blessed. Now sing, Jay. Sing. Jay.
I forgot it.
Go ahead, Jay.
You're gonna have to go back to the beginning.
2,300 people. 2,300 people are waiting for you to sing.
They might have to wait a little bit longer.
Jack Hudson, $2 super sticker. Thank you. Chef Nick Nero, Star Wars is dead. Let it die. Ripaverse lives on. And Jay's Blue Balls verse 199. Haters can eat it.
Oh, man. I got the worst news about that. I was telling Jeremy before the stream starts that our U.S. government is increasing the postage rates July 7th. I start shipping July 10th. So this is costing me an extra $1,200. Just because our government can't get our postal service together.
It's so insane, man.
I was like, man, if I had shipped just 1 month, it would have been, oh, well.
It's amazing.
Such is life.
It's sad as hell where we are in this country, but that's a Cobra Cast discussion, I guess. Okay, we got to talk about James Gunn's Superman. Now, we talked a little bit about it yesterday on Main Event. We didn't talk about it on Daily because the news had not broke, but we did cover it pretty well on Tuesday night's Main Event. But I just wanted to follow up on a few things and kind of get a little smaller, contained discussion going about it. So we have our new Superman. We have our new Lois. Let me pull up. His name is David. What such a weird name, man.
Corn Sweat.
Corn Sweat. What the hell kind of name is that? It's a weird name. It's a weird name, but that's okay. We are here over on Deadline, and we have it right here one more time. There we go. So David Corn Sweat and Rachel Brosnahan. Is that how you say it? Brosnahan?
I don't
to play
know.
Clark Kent and Lois Lane in DC Studios film. Now, with her, she was in House of Cards. I don't know if you guys saw House of Cards.
Never watched it.
That is one of the greatest till the last season. The last season was
the first 4 seasons are some of the greatest television I've ever seen.
Yes,
the season is one of the worst seasons of television I've ever seen. Holy crap! But she played Rachel in House of Cards. I think she's a really great actress, but I don't know if she's better than Amy Adams. Which, I mean, yeah, we could get Steel Leg of History's leg to play a better Lois than Amy Adams, but
this is fact.
So she was awful. I never really saw her as Lois, but I'm not against it. She's a really good actress. In terms of this guy, we covered it last night. He's a young Henry Cavill. That's essentially all it is. I think it's positive.
I haven't heard anything much negative except for some of the Henry Cavill, people that are just, diehard Henry Cavill are kind of like, man, it's not that good. But I haven't really seen anything negative.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's overall. I mean, it's overall positive, and I'm glad he's unknown. I'm glad he's a guy that most people don't know. I've never seen him in anything that I know of. If I've seen him in something, he didn't stand out. Ryan played a couple of clips that were going around online last night on Tuesday Night's Main Event that I thought made a good case for him. But overall, I think it's a fine casting. I love Superman. I want to see Superman done the right way. I've liked a lot of iterations of Superman. Like people for me, Christopher Reeve is the icon. It always will be. And a lot of times people, especially when I criticize Man of Steel, people are like, you just want Christopher Reeve Superman. It's like, I like Dean Cain Superman. I like Brandon Routh Superman. I like Superman and Lois. So it's not really about having just Christopher Reeve Superman, even though he's the GOAT. It's just about having Superman, in my opinion, being done in what honors Superman. And I didn't feel that I got that. Although Henry Cavill, great casting. I don't know, man. James Gunn did a lot of changes to Guardians, which I still love the Guardians movies, but he took a lot of liberties. Is he going to do that with Superman? Because if he does that with Superman, it's going to be a problem. You know what I mean?
Man, I just, the more I think about superhero fatigue, I think personally, I think I'm just starting to feel it. I just have, and I'm not saying it's going to be bad. I have zero interest, man. I just have zero, and I hate to be like that because I have a Superman tattoo. I mean, it's I love superhero films. I love what they did for us. I freaking listen, even to this day, I'll go through this thing from Iron Man to Endgame. I'll just go through all these movies and they were so good, but it's just and I know I see people in the chat, it's bad writing fatigue. I just think it all just piles up. It's almost like now it's I don't know. I see these films. It's like I just have no interest in James Gunn's Batman, Superman, Lois Lane. It just doesn't do anything for me. So I don't know what it is. Even the Marvel stuff coming up, we got what is it, Secret Invasion? People are just saying how boring it is, and it's just I don't know, man. There is nothing exciting except for Mission Impossible that has me any somewhat excited.
Oppenheimer.
That doesn't really I'm sure it's going to be amazing.
Blasphemy.
I just have no.
You do not speak ill of King Nolan in this house.
I'm not saying it's going to be bad. It's just doesn't. It doesn't. Well, you know what excites me is me and my brother getting liquored up at Applebee's and then going to see Indiana Jones with a free ticket. So I think that'll be more fun for me than the actual movie. But it's the Tenet wasn't the greatest film, and I don't know. Oppenheimer just I don't know. It just seems like I'm gonna be Like I might fall. That movie looks like I might fall asleep in it.
It's gonna be a very slow burn.
Yeah, that's all. That's what I'm saying. Like it's
Yep.
just gonna be. I'm not saying it's gonna be bad or anything like that. I'm expecting it to do well. But man, I just feel like I want some dumb funny. Like where's the Dumb and Dumber movies like out there? Like where is that?
Oh, Dumb and Dumber.
Yeah, where are these funny movies out there? You know I did. You know what I did see?
We're not allowed to joke. Period. You get.
You know what I did see is Jennifer Lawrence's film that thanks to Yellow Flash, he got a film. Like we were able to watch it at home. The new Jennifer Lawrence film.
That's the one where she like tries to. She tries.
Where she's like naked in it.
The dude's virginity. The new one.
Yeah, that actually was no hard feelings. It actually was kind of funny because it was like an American Pie rated R film. Her nude scene is not. It's not a sexual nude scene. She just goes swimming like on the beach. I'm just giving it away. Here we go. Like she goes swimming on the beach. And someone steals her clothes and she just runs out and she's naked and she just beats them up. So it's like
nice.
It's just funny. Like the whole thing. Yeah, it's a nerdy, geeky kid who has millionaire parents who are like, my kid's about to go to college, or go away to like some tech school. And we don't want him to be socially awkward. So they hire Jennifer Lawrence, who's losing her home, to like be his girlfriend
with this kid, right?
Yeah, and like it's just it's just, and he's just so nerdy, you know what I mean? Like she can't figure him out, and it's just like it's just kind of funny. So
yeah,
I didn't mean to say I didn't pirate it. No, I didn't pirate it. I don't want that out on the internet.
Well, back to your original point. Superhero fatigue, I think, is a myth and does not exist. I think if we were getting Avengers and The Dark Knight and Iron Man 1 and Captain America Civil War, you wouldn't be talking about how you're tired of superhero movies. Yep. The reality of it is we're getting the Eternals and we're getting Ant-Man 3 and we're getting Secret Invasion and we're getting The Flash. We're getting dog shit. So that's what it comes down to. I've 100%, and I even like Critical Drinker did a poll the other day. I was shocked. Like 80% said that that superhero fatigue was a real thing. I'm like, no, it's not. Bad writing, bad movie fatigue is a real thing. That's the real thing. I think that people are just tired of what type of superhero movies we're getting. But guess what? Do you know what underperformed opening weekend? Guardians. You know what ended up doing 850 million when it's all said and done? Guardians. You know why? Because Guardians was good. People went to see it. People talked about it. People responded. But that initial opening weekend was a result of all of these other bad superhero movies that are coming out. So I just do not. I just reject the idea of superhero fatigue, and I embrace the idea of bad writing fatigue, because it's just like anything else. Why are people not going to see Star Wars? Is it Star Wars fatigue? No.
They know the people that are running it are,
I don't know, man. Like, honestly, if they came out with a great Star Wars film, I don't think I would care.
Yeah.
It's like it's like this. It's like there's so much damage here.
The damage is done.
And then it's just like it's just chipped away at your soul as far as like what these characters are. And if they just go, hey, look, we actually did something right. There is a way to say, congratulations, you did something right. Can you keep going in this direction? But it's like, it's not like, and there's not I guess there's not an excitement, it's not like I've seen the excitement. I'm like, holy crap, I got to go see this film. Like I haven't had that, it's been a minute, it's been a minute. You guys remember how excited you were to see the Mario movie, and how it was like hyped up and you're like, I'm ready. I can't wait to go. I can't wait to go.
But I'm excited for the next one too. But you know what? If Mario was dog shit, I wouldn't be excited for the next one.
Exactly. That's what I think I'm at. I think I'm at like there's just been we've had like several years of like some of the worst entertainment when it comes to our characters, when it comes to characters that we love. As for me, Indiana Jones is the last one. Like that, this is he's my favorite character of all time in cinema, and they're setting him on fire this weekend. So there goes Luke, there goes Star Wars, there goes Indiana Jones, there goes all that other stuff. So it's like Thor was one of my favorite comic book characters. He's a freaking joke in the MCU now, to the point where the actor himself is like, yeah, I'm going to move on until they get something right.
Yep.
And from watching the Extraction 2, he doesn't need Thor. Keep making those Extraction films, man. They are like unbelievable.
I
like
love the
they
first
are
one. I gotta see the second one.
And Ryan was right. He talked about this one sequence where they're in a prison. I'm not going to give it away. It goes like from a prison to this to like a train scene. You're just like, you can't, when you got a movie on and you can't stop watching to even check your phone when you hear an alert, you've done something right. At least in this day and age. And it's just like, it's like we're getting these announcements for this Superman, and it's like, okay, well, I guess we'll see what happens. Listen, I hope they knock it out of the park. I hope these films coming up, I want good Star Wars movies, and I want good Marvel films, and I want to be excited, and I want to like get it all hyped up, and I want to call my friends and be like, hey, we're going Thursday. We're going to buy the tickets. We're going to buy the popcorn. Let's go hang out. Let's go. That's what going to the movies was all about. But now it's more like,
well, here's my argument.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's all.
I have and I see Chris Gore in the chat. Shout out Chris Gore, talking about how I did in court last week. I was privileged to be there. I got another solid, like, lock it in, Beardo, solid lock it in case for why there's no such thing as superhero fatigue. Do you know what that is?
Let's hear it.
If superhero fatigue was a real thing, then Eric July would not have just made 1.5 million on his second ISOM, an independent content creator blowing up the industry with something people want. People want good superheroes. People want good stories. People want creatives that don't talk down to them and give them this. He's an independent who's making millions off of a superhero. People want good superhero movies and stories. That's all. Go ahead. Yes,
I want to counter that point only because his character and my characters in my book are brand new characters, and there's something new and it's something exciting. We are getting, I'll take Thor. We've gotten trash Thor in MCU. And all of a sudden, if they make another Thor and it's actually good, I think the damage from what they've done to that character, is just what it is. So I saw this with like Luke Skywalker. We got Luke Skywalker in Mandalorian season 2. And yes, and I will admit, I freaking loved it. A lot of people got emotional. That was a big deal. We're like, holy crap, this is the Luke that we wanted to see. Maybe the ship is going where we need to go. And no, it wasn't. They literally went to the Book of Boba Fett and took everything and flushed it right in the toilet. And so it's like, there's so much damage out there for, it's just like,
I get it.
If they brought new characters and they made excellent movies with, like, Guardians of the Galaxy was like, they were new characters that most people have never heard of, and they did good movies. That's why those 3 movies made money. Maybe not the money they wanted to make, but at least they weren't in the red like some of these others.
For argue and for the like, well, I'll say this. So, like, we've got this Spider-Man 2 video game coming out that everybody's fucking crazy over. You know what I mean? Like, and it looks amazing, and then it looks like they did a good job on that. But for the specifics of the discussion, I will say that at the end of the day, if you look at it from a certain perspective, I can see why the argument would be superhero fatigue, because at the end of the day, regardless if it's bad writing or not, it's what we're getting. The people in charge of the 2 primary superhero companies are not good at what they're doing right now. And so by default, you can say, well, it's superhero fatigue because the people that are giving us the superheroes are giving us dog shit. So I'm just tired of current superhero stuff. So I can see the argument made from that perspective.
Yeah.
My argument is simply that if you just wipe the slate clean today, if you just eliminate all continuity on screen right now and just start from the beginning the right way and get the right people creatively involved, I would argue that these movies would be massively successful if they were started and done with the right creativity in mind. But that's just not reality. The reality of it is we're going to continue to get the dog shit from DC and Marvel for the foreseeable future.
I agree with you. And hear me out. I'm not saying, like, that I want it to be good. I want going back to the movies to be an experience like it was. Listen, a lot of people didn't like Endgame, but the truth of the matter is the thing made $1 billion in a weekend.
I loved it.
And
I was a
everybody
big
was,
fan of it. I liked
everybody was high. Listen, we went into Infinity War, and we left like, holy crap, what was that?
That
you
was
know
an
what I
amazing
mean?
movie.
And then Captain Marvel, they wedged that in to be like, I know you guys want that. That was the age of we want whatever you're gonna throw at us when it came to superheroes. Right after Infinity War, man, they could have had anything out there. We would have gone to see. It didn't matter what it was. Captain Marvel, whatever. People wanted to go. And then when Endgame, it was just like, it was such a cool experience for me. And so was Spider-Man No Way Home. You know, because it's like Andrew Garfield and, all of them were going to be in there, whether you like the movie or not. There was such a electricity about going to see this film and people seeing their favorite Spider-Man be a hero again on the big screen. And, it's I don't know. I wish there was more of that coming, but I don't know if we see it yet. Maybe it will. And I hope I'm dead wrong on all that.
I think Jay is becoming black-pilled on movies, justifiably so. Too many characters he likes have been ruined. That's a fair take. Fair take for sure.
Yep.
I mean, honestly, I'm getting a little black-pilled on it as well. I mean, I've talked about this. It's like I don't have any desire to cover a lot of this shit, like Secret Invasion. I ain't watching that shit. I don't even have the energy to want to fucking cover it. I don't care. So I understand the nature of just being detached from it, because I'm kind of at that point now where I'm getting so detached. I don't care to even watch these fucking movies to cover them. Like, I'm so numb.
I think that's where I'm at.
Yeah,
I agree with you, Jeremy. I think maybe that's where I'm at, and it just needs to, that's why, like, even on my channel, it's like we're covering like internet drama because that seems more interesting right now.
Yeah.
Is Dr. Disrespect going to get 50 million to play video games, while these younger streamers laugh at him for being 40 years old? And it's like, you got to be out of your freaking mind.
Yeah.
They're pointing and laughing and saying, he's 40 years old. Look how he's acting. I was like, if they pay you 50 million, you're not putting a wig on and playing video games 4 days a week for 4 hours. Are you out? Have you lost your mind?
Yeah.
I don't know anybody that would turn that down. Some people might.
But with that said, and so as attached as I am with all of this stuff, I go back to, and it was just recent, but it was Guardians 3, and I loved Guardians 3. Guardians 3 is one of my favorite MCU films, period. I loved it so much. Now, I haven't seen it the second time just because timing. I want to go see it again, but I loved Guardians 3. And it was emotional. It was deep. It obviously still had the humor stuff, and I do love that universe as well. Those characters. I've always been a fan of those characters, and Gamora's fucking hot. So it's just saying, it's pretty hot. And Chris Pratt just is a great leading man. So obviously, I'm gonna like anything Chris Pratt's in. But I loved Guardians. But if you look at the landscape of everything, I didn't go see Eternals. I didn't see Ant-Man. I'm not watching Secret Invasion. I tried to watch WandaVision. I just couldn't do it. I didn't watch, I think I watched a little bit of She-Hulk so we could cover it for FNT, but like, I just can't, if I can't give honest feedback to the audience about something, if I can't get, like, I don't care enough about a lot of this shit to even give a take. You know what I mean? That's where I'm with Star Wars. And it's not Star Wars fatigue. We're playing Battlefront 2 tonight. When I play Battlefront 2, I fucking love it. I'm like, Star Wars is awesome. Look at this universe. Look at these characters. Look at this. And then I think about Disney Star Wars. You know what I mean?
You know what I think too, and I don't mean, I hope I didn't cut you, Beardo, but it's like, I think I'm enjoying creating for what it's worth, even though I'm on such a super small scale compared to Ripa and others that do this. I am so enjoying building my own world and universe where the characters that I created live in, that it's like it just, that brings me so much joy. And then when you go and see the characters that you've always loved from comic books and stuff, and I have all the people, I have tons of comic books, and just to see them like rip them down. Listen, Punisher was my favorite comic book character next to Thor. They totally destroyed him. In the comics, Thor's destroyed. Luke Skywalker, he's drinking milk, on a beach, whatever. Indiana Jones is next, and it's just like, okay. Oppenheimer should just Just blow them all.
I'm okay with that
At this point.
Well,
anyway, no, but I agree with you, Jerry. It's just like, I guess that's just where I am today. Tomorrow could be something different. So,
well, Beardo, you're a self-proclaimed mega Batman fan. Do you think that there's a superhero fatigue situation going on?
No. I necessarily kind of agree with both of you guys. I think that when it's done right and these legacy characters are paid respect and somebody who is writing and producing this stuff that actually cares about the source material, cares about what came before it, and is willing to take the comic book pages and some of the animated movies and adapt them onto the big screen. That's what people want to see. But you just see these Hollywood weirdos, these writers who have failed and failed and failed again, and then fail upwards and get promoted for failing. And then they have to take these stories and manipulate them and twist them and put their little gay spin on it. That's what people are fucking sick of. So when, like, I love the Batman. I know, that's a...
I don't hate the movie.
People are hot and cold on the Batman. I felt like the Batman was a good, faithful detective Batman-centric story where there wasn't this supernatural element to it, like with metahumans. It was just a down-to-earth Batman story, and I think that's why people gravitated towards it. And same thing with No Way Home. Like, No Way Home in the first half with the Doctor Strange stuff, yeah, it was a little boring. But once they got away from Doctor Strange and they introduced the other two Spider-Man as well, that's one of the best Marvel movies that they've done in the past 5 years since Endgame. And I think everybody can agree with that. Mm-hmm. So this new guy, David Cornsweet, I think he's probably going to do just fine. I think he's, if the writing is good, I think he looks the part. He's tall. I'm sure he's going to put on a whole bunch of muscle to play this role. So I think he's going to be fine. And I'm a fan of the chick because in the comics, Lois Lane is supposed to be the most beautiful woman in the DC universe. She's supposed to be stunning, breathtaking, just a smoke show. And as much as I do defend the Snyderverse, Amy Adams is not fucking Lois Lane. She is not Lois Lane. She's terrible.
Terry Hatcher for the win. All
Agreed.
Right. Terry Hatcher is the GOAT of
100%.
Lois Lane.
100%.
There we go. We got Sir Nia for
50.
Hey, Jeremy, I DM'd you on Twitter, the Twitter post of a clip in question. That was the reason to ban the streamer. It looks super lame to me. Well, I'm done with even the Blizzard part of Activision. So I looked and I don't see a DM from you. Did you send it to D-Day my at D-Day Cobra Twitter? Because I don't see it. But I will happily look at that. If I don't have any, like the most recent message in my inbox is from 6 hours ago. So if you can resend that to D-Day Cobra, let me see. Trying to see, is that it? Maybe Twitter's DMs Twitter's videos are so freaking weird. All right, nope, I don't see that. So I will keep a check on that, and we will see if we can find that. All right, so we got to read some super chats now. I appreciate you guys being here. 2,400 here, another 300 over on Rumble. Thank you guys. And again, yes, tonight we will be playing Battlefront. Battlefront Wednesdays is back. We were trying X-Define out last week, but Battlefront tonight, looking forward to that. Is Jay going to be there for Ewok Hunt?
He's probably going to play Sea of Thieves.
I will not. I have a park hopping assignment. I will not be here.
Jay does not like Battlefront Ewok Hunt. He has Star Wars fatigue.
I do.
I
was, after I got off Fortnite, I played that game for like 10 minutes.
Only up.
Oh my. If I stream that, people might hear bad words from me. That game is freaking frustrating beyond measure. So,
I mean,
I want to give it a shot.
I can't, man. I
want to play.
I couldn't even get past the city part, like walking up, and I just blamed it on being sleepy.
Maybe.
Crazy.
I mean, I'm okay with that. So, yeah, at the end of the day, I'm sorry. I got distracted. I Googled
Jessica
pictures of
said, "I'm sad Jay
Of
won't
Terry
be
Hatcher.
there."
I Googled pictures of Terry Hatcher's Lois and I got a little distracted.
Wow. You might get the pictures from. She also played Spider-Man's aunt, right?
No,
No,
that was
Jay.
that's Diane Keaton.
No.
Diane Keaton.
That's not
You're
Diane
talking
Keaton.
about Marissa Tomei.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
it's
Marissa Tomei. Yeah.
There we go, right there.
Yeah.
Come on, bro. Like
Yeah.
that's Lois.
Yeah.
That's Lois.
Yeah, but she's
right there.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. So yes, that's the goated Lois right there. So I got a little distracted, so I apologize. All right, let's read some super chats, Beardo.
All right.
Let's see. Sandstorm. I'll say it before. I'll say it again. No Ray Jose 199.
That's pretty good.
Good one.
And then let me get this one, and then we can go. I'm sorry. And
good.
Marcella says Disney's worst failure was that they had Luke and Leia die from overdosing on the Force.
Yeah.
Just think about that. 2 Skywalkers died from using too much of the Force. How disgusting and embarrassing. Yeah, that is pretty bad. All right, Beardo.
All right. Butter biscuit for a $5. Screw you guys on 4 hours of sleep delivering mail because I stayed up watching your stupid Fortnite. It's humid as heck today, too, in Pennsylvania. Gee, thanks. Thank you, Butter Biscuit, for being a good supporter.
Oh, that's hilarious.
A feline named Vagina for $2. Beardo, have you considered makeup? That tan is oof. Thank you for the $2. Mike McGinnis for $5. Jeremy, did you pick up your HasLabs Dragonfly yet, or are you a gaping liar Joe fan? To make amends, you can bring up the campaign on the show Cobra.
I have not yet, but there's still like 2 weeks left, so I am getting it. As a matter of fact, I'll show you some Joes I picked up the other day real quick. I'll be right back, and then I'll pull up that campaign. Go ahead and keep reading.
Shout out. Eli Saul for $5. The rock that SpongeBob rode on the pizza delivery episode is better than Star Wars rock. You can't make this stuff up. 199. Yeah, it wasn't a boulder, it was a rock. Jacob DeLambo for a $4.99. Niantic expanded the radius to see Pokemon, said it was a feature, then 24 hours later said it was a bug. Oh, interesting. Velishkin for $5. Will Jason Momoa still be Aquaman, or is he fired after Aquaman 2? There's rumors that he's going to be recast as Lobo. That he's going to stay in DC, but he's going to be Lobo.
It's weird.
Those are the rumors.
All right, here's a couple.
Would you like him as Lobo?
That would be a good casting. That'd be a good casting.
It'd be good.
So we got the Crimson Guard. I picked up the Crimson Guard the other day. Okay. We got Falcon. Okay with that one, even though the design on Falcon is kind of dog shit. Falcon's really kind of weird looking. And I always like Falcon because he has a pump shotgun. And then the Crimson BAT, the Crimson Bat. So hell yeah, man. These Joe figures are just so well done for the most part. So I will be getting the Dragonfly, but Falcon is not good. Falcon, the design on Falcon is really bad. But I'll pull up the Dragonfly really quick. Go ahead, keep reading.
Neo for $5. Hey Beardo, which Pokemon Go team are you on? And if it isn't Team Blue, you're wrong. I play Pokemon Go. Listen, I play the real Pokemon games. Okay, I play the Pokemon version games on the Nintendo system. I played Pokemon Go for maybe like 3 minutes. I'm like, this isn't fucking real Pokemon. This is wannabe normie Pokemon. I'm sorry if you guys still play Pokemon Go. It's a normie Pokemon game. If you want to, Pokemon Legends, play the real Pokemon games on Nintendo. That's my stance.
Here's the HasLabs campaign. Look at that. Target was 10,000. They've got 14,000 backers. $275. They got 14,000 backers. 19 days to go. Let me remind you that Reva's lightsaber failed its target. Okay, failed miserably. G.I. Joe crushing it. Again, I think this is a perfect example of. So you found 15,000 people to drop $300 on the Dragonfly. Okay. This thing is already more profitable than the fucking Snake Eyes movie. Okay. Snake Eyes.
That's hilarious.
I think Snake Eyes made like $40 million worldwide because it was so bad. Now, again, is it G.I. Joe fatigue or is that terrible, terrible, terrible movie fatigue? You make a good Snake Eyes movie. I'm not saying it's $1 billion movie. Okay. But a good Snake Eyes movie done the right way would definitely be a success. It would definitely be a success. But, you know, here we are with that. So G.I. Joe is crushing it as long as they're actually doing things the right way. And then you have Snake Eyes. God, that movie. So bad, so bad. All right, Sir Neoff just dropped another 50. Last super chat for a while. Got to save money up, so back to lurking for a while. Posted the link on the Snake Pit on Discord. Have a good one, Geeks and Gamers. I will check it out. Thank you for the super chat. And we have a lot of people like that they lurk for a while and then they pop in and, you know, try to support.
Well, they find something that they're passionate about.
Yes,
yeah, and
yes.
like,
and it's a, you know, and whether, again, you can be a lurker forever and never ever say anything. We're happy you're here. We know, like, I lurk in a lot of chats too. You know what I mean? So I'm just happy that people enjoy the content we're providing. I'm happy that Geeks and Gamers Daily is continuing to be a show that you guys are enjoying, and I'm glad like Jay and Beardo fit really well into the fold here too. So it's good stuff, man. So I'm loving it. So thank you so much. I will check the Discord right now. Go ahead and keep reading.
Shout out Krylo Ren for a $4.99. That's a good name.
that is great.
Hey Beardo, what AI art program do you use for thumbnails? I have somebody make my thumbnails for me. Sometimes I'll make my own, and I have somebody. But the AI art that I did of myself, I used an app called Lenza. So there you go. It does cost money though to get them made. Chef Nick Nero for a $1.99. Any restrictions on speech is unconstitutional. This is true.
Yep.
Callum for a $5. On that stupid HR Star Wars character. Asexual means you can give birth without having sex, like some lizards and fish. As a feeling, it isn't real. Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna look into this. You guys keep reading. I'm gonna be distracted for a second while I'm looking into this.
M can't be a U fan for $2. I hunted for Jeremy's eyebrows. No luck.
M can't be a U fan.
It's pretty good.
Knocktober for a $4.99. The Marvels is a well-deserved skip, LOL. I'll be playing Marvel Spider-Man 2 and watching the return of Digimon 2. Thanks. Sounds like a good time. Good investment right there. Haruno! Captain Haruno for a $5 says, have y'all heard of the LGBT streamer that got banned or kicked from a Warzone tournament? Think he was supporting Nick Merckx. Might want to look into it.
We'll look into it. I'm all about some. Hey, you know what? I'm maybe shifting, you know, my focus to covering like gaming drama and shit. That's a lot more fun than Hollywood. That's for sure.
Yeah, it's hot in the algorithm right now too. Cody Braun for a $1.99. Not watching due to how they treated Cavill and Ben Affleck. Understandable. Paul Fisher for $2. I've lost all interest in what Hollywood produces.
You're not alone.
Nope, you're not alone. Super Based for $2.
All right, so I don't know the full context here, but we're gonna play this clip and see. I'm assuming this is it. So this is a tweet, and it's basically massive shout out to my team staff for provoking angry little people over such a small joke. Also, the fact that verified Saudi streamers comment shit like this about casters because they're trans is just disgusting. But hey, it's not like anyone is going to do shit about that. So I guess this person's upset about it. I'm not sure. I don't know. But here's the 23-second clip.
Why you have get back to.
Why you have monkey?
Guys,
Who's the monkey on the right side?
Is animals allowed in?
Why you have animal caster? Why is there pig casting the game?
That's it. That's the clip. So I don't know. It's hard for me to understand the context of that. So, let's see. And then the person that tweeted said, let's see, hang up. Yeah, I'm guessing Blizz does not care. They do. Legendary and alive, LOL. So anyway, somebody's a common Saudi W. Hold up, let him cook. So I need to look further into it before I can give a take on it because I want to hear more about it. But I might do a video on it. And this whole this Call of Duty streamer that got banned too. So thank you guys for the information. Again, thank you for putting all that stuff in the Snake Pit Discord so I can look into it. And at the end of the day, stop being offended over shit people say. Who gives a fuck?
I know.
It's gaming. We talk shit. That's really what this comes down to. At its core, it's gaming, and we talk
just part
shit.
of it.
Man, it really started when gaming got more mainstream and people who never gamed started picking up video games because it was all
a journalist, man.
It was cool.
It's the journalist on easy mode
Yep.
that they can't even do easy mode.
It's cool now. It's like when kids got into skateboarding in middle school, or then when you get into high school, everybody wants to play sports. They want to make the baseball team or the basketball team. It got popular. Because gaming was just for the gamer crowd. Now everybody tries to be a gamer because it's hot right now. And the people that are bitching and complaining about it are the fucking normies who never played video games in their fucking life until they were in their 20s.
Yep.
Super base for $2. ZZ Top is a compliment, Beardo. I know. It's just, I've got it so many times. Steel Leg of History for a 199. Jeremy, I tagged you with a vid of Jay singing on Twitter. I think I just saw that too.
Let's see here.
James Norman for a 199. The Doctor, Doctor Who in brackets, was my favorite fictional character. He's a few of ours, like Gary. I know Gary and Jed are big Doctor Who fans.
All right, it's you can barely hear it, but I'll play it really quick. You can barely hear it. If I can even find it. I have so many tabs open right now.
Okay, how are you? That intro's so like happy, so like not us. Well, it's because Ryan's not here. It's a cute little piano playing. Yeah. Wake up this morning and get your coffee. Can't hear it at all. Would you record this on your phone?
I can't hear it.
You upgraded your leg, man. You didn't upgrade your phone. Come on, man.
Come on, Steel Leg. Lock
Steel
it in.
Leg. I love Steel Leg. He's in my Discord. He's freaking awesome. That's what we do. We talk crap. I mean, it's because we love each other. It's weird.
That's it. That's what we do.
There you go. Doll Life Dan for $5. More content on the Overwatch ban. Team Poland got crushed by Team Saudi. Team Poland's tank was so salty about it, so he became a tattletale B-word.
So that's see, there's more to the story. So the Saudis destroyed them, so they were salty. Here we go. Right here. Here it is.
And, you know, wake up this morning and get your coffee. It's time for Geeks and Gamers Daily. Hey. Look at Beard. I didn't even see Beard at the bottom. That's so great.
Oh man, it's good stuff.
Man, here we go. Optimus Monkey for $2. Hail Frank Gore. Captain Haruno for $5 says, want to point out that MCU Thor being cringe didn't negatively impact people from loving Thor in God of War Ragnarok. Game solid a ton because they respected the characters. Oh, game sold a ton. Game sold a ton because they respected the characters. What game? What game?
Enoch Ramon says, the actors for the DCU don't matter. Christina Hodson, writer for Birds of Prey, Batgirl, and The Flash. Tom King and every other failed writer in Hollywood is shaping the DCU. Hodson has cost WB $1 billion alone. Az and Gary are right. DCU is DOA. I mean, I don't have a lot of faith in it moving forward for sure. But I guess we'll see what happens.
Sandrock for $5. I'm late. Kennedy was obvious she ignored Lucas's vision in favor of her own foolishness. Anything she makes now is an extension of herself.
Agreed.
Yep.
All the women in Star Wars seem to be white and brunette.
Mm-hmm.
Paul Estrada for $2. Deliverance?
Yes. Deliverance.
Deliverance?
That was such a random moment yesterday. That was so funny. And it's all Gung Ho Mac's fault.
Yeah, I blame him for everything.
Anakmaman for $5. Sorry to bring this up, but I went to bed before you guys finished Fortnite. Did you guys ever get caught up on the chats and donations from the Tuesday Night's main event?
No, because my stream crashed last night. Very frustrated. So maybe we'll try to do that tonight.
We'll get caught up.
I was very, very mad last night about that.
Sandstorm for $2. Just wanted to hear Beardo read my super chat. 199. Well, there you go.
199.
There you go. Dirty Jersey for $5. John Bernthal as War Machine Punisher was an easy layup to get Netflix Marvel into the MCU. Imagine what could have been.
John Bernthal as Punisher is one of the best castings ever. Fortunately, I didn't like season 2 that
100%.
much, but for season 1's fantastic.
Season 2 had a couple
season 2,
of Punisher
yeah.
moments, but
The one bathroom fight scene in like the first or second episode was awesome. He's just fucking those guys up with his belt.
yeah.
Taker for $2. That game, QWOP. QWOP, do you guys know what that is?
No.
The game QWOP is a
QWOP.
physical representation of DC.
QWOP.
I don't know what that is.
I'm drawing a blank right now.
I don't know. Thank you, Taker, for the $2. Joel Reese for $2. Drive-by super chat. Now back to lurking. 199.
Drive by.
Thank you. Thank you. For
I'm
the
just trying to
drive-by.
see if somebody tells me what QWOP is.
Yeah, I don't see anything yet.
Coral. Go ahead.
Coral. That's my brother.
It's a random
Valiantes for $5. Kathleen Kennedy should just package her poop with a Star Wars label and it would equal Disney Star Wars.
Pretty much.
Shout out. Okay, here we go. Arthur Brown became a member for 2 months, says, hi, Jay.
Hi.
Creamy Hole in the Wall became a member for 3 months, says, somebody say drippin'.
Drippin'.
Drippin'. The Dark Chemist for $10. Remote raids were a wholesome addition and convenience, and you can get Pokemon from around the world. Doubling their costs and any other recent changes, mistakes is why people are irritated with Niantic. Thank you. Carnage Undone for a $9.99. No, there's no such thing as superhero fatigue. It's bad movie fatigue. If they kept going with great movies, nobody would complain or get tired.
I heard that. We're almost at 1,000 likes, so smash the melee button if you do not mind. That's a simple request from a simple man. We
Let's go.
appreciate it.
Osmora became a member, and also Osmora gifted a whole bunch of subs over on Geeks and Gamers Kick last night, so shout out. Wanted to say something profound for this message, but I got nothing. Smash the melee button. 199.
199. We've got a new subscriber.
Let's
Just
go.
subscribe, you guys. Thank you for the awesome content. Thank you so much. Appreciate that.
Let's go. Scott McKenzie became a member for 11 months. There is a mute option or hide notifications. Hail the 199, the Snake Pit, and the chat. Jeff 3PO and the Beardo Cobra Commander. Jeff 3PO, eh?
Might as well go with
Well, see you later.
it. See you later.
Thanks. My name is Jeff. Sorry.
My name's Jeff. Mr. Parker for 3 months says 199.
Hey,
Thank
Parker.
you, Mr. Parker. Gerardson for a 199 in a different country. Thank you. Says, listen, I'm no furry, but, and that's it.
Said see you later.
Thank you, Gerardson. Screws Loose for 2 months. Hail 199. Thanks for the entertainment for the last year. Thank you.
Corey Leader says I'm too cheap for super chats. Well, that's okay, Corey. We still like you here. You're okay to be here. It's okay. We still acknowledge the regular chat, unlike other channels, because you matter. So thank you. And he says, and I'm broke. Well, That's a good reason not to send super chats.
Man,
you should
on
never
my
send.
personal streams, I try to read every single chat.
You should never. That's because you're such a small streamer. But
Thank you. Had 130 people watching my stream last night.
I wrote it, and I wrote in
not
Beardo's
pass
chat. I wrote in Beardo's chat several times that Beardo stole my tacos. He never saw them. And people in the chat were like, Beardo doesn't. They were like, oh, Beardo doesn't like Jay. He doesn't read Jay's chats and stuff like that. Like, you could go back and look. I was like, yeah, I guess not. Oh well.
That was so mean. That was so mean.
Bro, what do you mean that's so mean? You've been saying that about me for years. I actually have a video on my channel where I clipped out where Jeremy was just like roasting me when I didn't even have 10,000 subscribers. He went on and on. He's like, you don't have 10,000 subscribers. I have over this. He roasted me. I was like, I'm just going to clip it out for history purposes so I can go back and motivate myself to get all the way to 70. Here we are. I'm only like 100, 200 away from 74. Look at that.
Hi, Beardo.
Hey, man, I got some fans.
Some fans.
I got some people that like me. Wayne Floyd for a 1 month. Jeremy's beard makes him look like a gay eco-militant. Don't lie, Jay. You know you see it. By the way, Beardo, nice pic of Ripa. We got tokenized Ripa up there. We got white.
Beardo loved reading that super chat, man. After all that, he was like, "Let me."
Jeremy's beard makes him look like a gay eco-militant.
Oh man.
Let's see. Joey Flores for 2 months. Superhero fatigue does exist. I have it. I didn't even care to see any of the new Spider-Man movies or any other ones, even if y'all do say that it's good.
Hey, I hear you on that, man. I hear you.
Travis Schiffer for 13 months. Jay, at least they haven't done Goonies. Yeah. Shit. Now I put it out there.
Oh yeah.
There is a Goonies a remake that was in talks, but I actually thank God for the writer's strike and probably the actor's strike. It'll probably, a lot of these projects, these remakes and stuff will probably just disappear like a fart in the wind. So because of that, and with the bad box out, but yeah, there was a talk of a Goonies remake. So I was holding my breath.
I heard that it was going to be animated, right?
Like Taylor Lorenz. I'm holding my breath.
Jen Anderson of the Toutery. All right. For 3 months. I hate Disney Star Wars, and I still have watched everything they put out. I will watch Ahsoka because I love the character, but I have no hope for it.
That's fair. That's fair. 5280 or 5280 drone says saw Mission Impossible last night. Stupid story, but cool action. I'm definitely looking forward to it. And
how did you get to see it so early?
Beardo, I have some fans. Me, who are you? Just kidding.
Subscribe to me on YouTube. I'm going to be live playing Halo with Dan Vask here in a little bit. Let's see if we have any more members or anything.
Everyone's
else.
saying poor Jay so black-pilled. What does that mean?
I believe I'm all caught up.
There you go. It just means that you're numb to everything now. You just look at everything. You don't have.
I'm numb to, yeah, but I'm not numb to all this new creativity that's just coming out, and like some of the stuff that is like I just want people to understand that there is some really, really amazing stuff coming right here from Geeks and Gamers. There's just so much stuff like that's in the works. I just can't wait till we get to the point where we can talk about with connection with Epicverse and all this other stuff. It's like there is that stuff is like really exciting for me. Mm-hmm. So like that I think that's just where I'm at. Like just seeing average people just being so creative now has been such a beautiful thing to see. And I mentioned this on my live stream. I know there's a lot of people that are just trying to get eyes on their books and stuff like that, and it's just like, just keep grinding at it, man. Like it will happen, because people like Jeremy is correct. People are hungry for good stories and stuff like that. So to me, that's exciting. To me, that's really exciting.
100%. Is that it?
Baldwin's finger says I said black people when it comes to Hollywood. Yeah, that's what I meant. Like you're probably right.
Jay just paused for a minute. Just
oh my bad. I'm like I don't want anybody to feel like bad or anything like that. But it's like MC Campia U says, oh whatever. I lost him. Whatever. I really screwed up the stream.
Yeah, I was just waiting to talk about new Superman and waiting to just get in there and talk about Star Wars. And man, Jay was just on a good one.
I screwed it up.
That's what Jay does. That's okay. We got Battlefront tonight.
I won't be here tomorrow, so don't worry.
Battlefront tonight. So be on the lookout for that tonight here. Me and the crew will be playing. It's going to be fun. Can't wait to get back on that. That's for you, Buford T. Justice. That's for you. All right. And the people do respond when we play Battlefront. So it's going to be very fun. I cannot wait. Right here. I don't know how to pronounce that. It was a game when you tried to make this guy with jelly for joints run down a track. Just look up any clip of it. You'll see what I mean. Okay. I got it. That makes sense. Okay. So we're all caught up on Super Chats?
Yeah.
All right. Good deal. All right. So I'm going to jump over on the Side Scrollers podcast and just troll them really quick. So if you guys want to go join me, they're live on Geeks Gamers right now. So if you guys want to go over there, I'm going to jump over there. Let's flood the chat with some 199s. We're going to hop over there. I'll see you guys in a few. Battlefront tonight. Thank you. Jay, are you going live today?
Oh, I'll be doing a park hopping thing.
Okay. He's doing a park hopping thing.
Oh.
Beardo's got his stream coming up with
I'm gonna in about an hour, ladies and gentlemen. I'm gonna be live on my YouTube channel and Kick Fear the Beardo streaming Halo 2 with Dan Vask. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Hope you guys can make it.
There we go. All right, guys. Have a good night, and we'll talk to all of you later. Bye, everyone.